guys, basically we will learn how to draw a Bard. I hope this is helpful to someone. We will need the basic materials, just something to line with, pencil and eraser, and you can use any materials you have at home, but this is what I'll be using because this is what I have. So yeah, we will start. I will be using this sort of like thick paper because I will be coloring with Copics and I don't want them to run over stuff. And yeah, I made some sketches of Bart to sort of like learn his anatomy and how he works. So basically we will start with a circle, and drawing circles is really easy. You just try to make it look like a circle, I guess. Then we will draw this sort of like weird looking square, which will be like his body type of thing, and then like his shorts or puffy pants, and his arms, his muscular looking arms. Yeah, basically Bart is just like a ball of puff running around in Summoner's Rift, so it isn't really like too hard to draw. Like, you don't need to know a lot of anatomy to draw Bart because he's him, so himself. I don't know. We will draw his traffic cone feet, and then his beard. His beard is a very important part because it's what makes him Bart, because it's fluffy and I like it. So basically we're just doing like this lion mane looking thing, and his face is really easy. You just do 3 circles. Yeah, those are 3, sort of like a coconut, I guess. He has a coconut face. And his mask is really easy too. You just do like, yeah, nothing too hard, just like follow me. It's easy, I think. I don't know. I'm just try your best. I know you can do it. I believe in you. We'll add some more detail to his puffy beard mane thing and his apron. His apron is really important because he needs his apron, and yeah. So basically we're just adding a little bit more of details, trying to sketch out more his figure and trying to add more detail to his traffic cone feet, and yeah. In here we're just adding his sausage fingers and more detail to make it like more realistic, and it should be looking like this so far, your sketch. Now we're going to line it, and I'll be using this lining thing. And for me, my sketches aren't always like exactly like what my lining turns out to be, because I'm like sort of like, for me sketches are the idea of it, and then by lining it I define it completely. So I don't always follow my sketch like it is, but if your sketch is clean, I guess I just follow what your sketch tells you to follow. In here we're just lining his coconut face and making his beard more puffy. In here it's a great time to add the details, and I will speed this up because I'm slow. And here's a close-up. He has like this little thing from his like head and his unicorn horn hat thing. And again, we're lining his apron because the apron is important. I don't know if Bart likes cooking or something, but he must wear his apron at all times because aprons. And then again, as you can see, I'm clearly not following my sketch because I'm a rebel. But if your sketch is pretty, then follow your sketch. We're just lining here, nothing too fancy. Just defining what we already sketch, sort of. And yeah, just follow your heart. And his belt is sort of like this rope looking thing, so just add that. Then he has like these potato chips on each side of him. And yeah, his puffy pants. Puffy pants are important, and his traffic cone feet are also very important. Be sure to add that. And yeah, pretty much this is all we're doing, just lining. And again, I will speed this up because I'm slow. Here we'll be taking the eraser to erase all mistakes in life, and we will start the coloring. Yay! We will use the well, I will use this gray. You can use any sort of, like, you can even use a pencil to like add shadows. And basically we're just adding some dimension to his puffiness to make it look more fluffy and, I don't know, more like highlighted and shadowed and those fancy art concepts, I guess. And you're just going with the gray, and at that I will use yellow because I imagine Bart as being a shiny, sparkling being. So yeah, the yellow adds some highlight to it and glow. And we will also be adding that to the rest of his body to make him look like a source of light is hitting him. Then we will color with brown his coconut face. He has a lot of brown, so don't use your darkest brown though, because we will be needing that for shading later. But just use like a medium color brown thing. I will go with blue. His apron is sort of like lighter, but my light blue died, and I was trying to like make it work with dark, but it didn't quite work as I planned, so I just used it as a shadow sort of. And then I went in and tried to resurrect my blue and tried to squeeze as much ink as I could. As you can clearly see, it's barely there. So yeah, you can just use any blue you have at hand. And with this darker blue, I would like add shadow to the whole apron because shadows are important. And yes, for shadows, you just like, I don't follow any specific sort of like thing, but I sort of imagine the drawing as being like, I don't know, just imagine light is hitting the drawing or the thing you're drawing, and that's where you imagine the shadows are. As you can see, basically to the sides, try to add them like contrary of where you put the light, sort of just shadow in. And yeah, coloring the potato chips he has on his eyes with the darker brown. And I will speed this up because yeah. And we will use more gray, and with that we will color in his shirt looking thing. And his shirt is sort of like a greenish light gray, but I don't have that, so I will use this gray and use this green as a shadow to give sort of like that idea of the color. So yeah, basically. And we will add some color to his mask face thing and some more brown to the ornament he has in his head. And I will use this orange to give his eyes more depth and his mouth, and just contour. This is like makeup, contour his face so he slays the Summoner's Rift, so he looks fancy. Or yeah, contouring to make him look fancy and stuff. In here you cannot see, but I'm coloring in his fleet things that are also the color of his shirt with more gray and green. And yeah, this is how it should be looking so far. I will add his little friend things. They're very easy to draw. Basically, they're shaped like ghosts. I guess you try to draw like ghosts, and you line them and color the outsides yellow. And if you want to be extra fancy, you can color the outside of Bart yellow, and it will look like he's glowing like a star. And yeah, you just add your fancy signature because yes. And yeah, and this is how it should be looking. I hope you guys give it a try. Thank you all for your support, and I hope this was helpful in some way. Again, thank you again, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So bye.